What is up? SethHumphrey here. So I hear from a lot of people over the last 17 years. I've worked with a lot of individuals, and if I had to, I hear a lot of guys say this: that I'm stressed. Man, I'm just overworked. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstressed. I just got a lot on my plate. And so, why I wanted to put this together is I want to help you. Like, here's the thing: is goes with stress. The more we level up, the more we try to take our life to the next level, we try to improve, we try to get better, the more we do this, the more stress we're going to have. The more you want to be a better father, the more you want to be a better husband, the more you want to take care of yourself physically, the more you want to take your business to the next level, the more you want to be a powerful leader, the more stress you're going to deal with. And what a majority of individuals do is they take a small plate, like an appetizer plate, and they have this appetizer plate and they stack more and more and more on top of this small plate. And what I do and what I help my clients do is I give them a larger plate so that they can manage the stress, so they can expand their capacity to take on more. There's three type of individuals that I see. When we look at it and you just are imagining like this is a pipe, okay? So the pipe from here, this is your expectations that goes in the pipe. On the other side of that pipe is the results. Person one will throw everything they can through that pipe. Be a great husband, be a great father. I want to do it all. They try to throw it all through that pipe, and what happens is there's too much, and it all blows up. Okay, it blows up, and then what happens is we spend time repairing that pipe, get started again. Maybe you beat yourself up for a little bit, and then it's just finally you look at yourself and you're like, I got to get going again. I got to get going and dig myself out of this. And you start trying to be better in every area again. And as you go, that pipe explodes again, and we continue to go the ups and downs, the starting and the stopping, right? Person two, they want to have it all as well. So then they have the expectations they're putting through the pipe, and then on the other side is the results. But what they start to do is like, you know what, I'm going to not work out. I'm going to not do what I need to do in the morning time and take care of myself. I don't have the time. I'm limited on time. I want to have my better business. I want to do this. I want to take care of this. And so their perspective is a little offsetting. So they look at what they want to accomplish and they take a little bit off of the plate because they can't get it all done. And guess what happens is they still don't get the results that they want. Now we have person three. Person three, same thing. Expectations through the pipe. But what they do is they're going to have a little bit more food on the weekends. They're going to eat a little bit to back off. They're going to drink a little bit. They're going to smoke a little bit. They're going to gamble. They're going to work a little harder. They're going to get in their emails. They're going to scroll through Facebook. And they want to just have a little bit of a release. A little bit of a release. And so what happens is those holes in those pipes that are releasing the pressure are still releasing the results that we want long term to get. And so then like what has to change? Now this is me for a long time. What I would do is, and this is what a majority does, but I wanted to have it all. So I'd wake up early in the morning and I would try to get all of this stuff done. I'd try to do all these things. I'd wake up 3:30 in the morning and I still wasn't performing at the top of the line as I could. Because what we need to look at is stress is multiple ways that we have stress. Like there's multiple ways that we're stressing ourselves out. And what I want you to understand is like the cool thing is like you have a blueprint right now that teaches you how to be stressed out. And that may be what's going in your mouth, that may be what's going in your ears, that may be staying up late, that may be alcoholic beverages, that may be across the board. We have right now, we have different things that we know that we aren't benefiting from. And so with that same intensity on the blueprint, with the same intensity that we have a way of knowing that's not working for us, we just need to create the opposite blueprint and start putting it into play. Now, the majority will wake up early in the morning time. They'll try to get more accomplished in the morning time maybe, and then they're wore out by the end of the day, by midday, still don't get a lot accomplished and beat themselves up. And that's where I used to be. I used to try to well, so-and-so does this and so-and-so does this. But what I needed to do and what I learned was data over drama. And that's why in my book, that's why I write about like gamifying my life, is having a point system to prove to me that shows me that that's the data, that I'm actually making progress, that I'm actually doing the things that are required. And I just needed a point system that showed me, that was laid out, that said, this is what you have to do today, and this is how many points you get at the end of the day. This is the points possible at the end of the day. And then I can look on the scoreboard and go, hey, I hit all the things I needed to do. What I would do, though, is I would think about all the stuff I needed to do. I would accomplish things. And then at the end of the day, I'd get home and I felt like I didn't accomplish anything because I didn't have the data. So I chose drama instead. And guess what? This kept me even more stressed out, because then I'd get home and I was pissed off because I didn't get all this stuff accomplished. My wife would ask me how I was doing and how my day went. And I was pissed off because I couldn't tell her what I got done because I didn't have the data. And that's what I want to get you to. I want to get you to a point where we're choosing that data over drama. Because a lot of people will say, I feel like I'm getting results. I feel like, and when you say I feel like, you're going right into an analogy. That means we're living in fantasy land. So we have to create a plan that works. And that's what I want to do over these next three. I'm going to have a 3-part series. And that's what I want to do, is lay out for you things that you can do right now. You can start putting into play to help you. And that starts really in the evening time, having a routine in the evening time, brain dumping the things that you need to get done the next day. Then setting a plan. What are the 4 things I want to get done tomorrow, that when I get done with this tomorrow, I know I'm progressing. When I wake up in the morning, what are the 2 or 3 things that I'm just going to do without even having to think about? For me, I'm going to drink 30 ounces of water before I have any caffeine. The reason for that is we're dehydrated all night long. We wake up, majority hit caffeine up, dehydrates you even more. And our brain is made up of majority, like 80% of water and fluids. And so we're dehydrated in the morning time. And that's when we are waking up and we're groggy and we're not making decisions that aren't in line with what we want. So I want to get hydrated first thing in the morning time. Then I'm gonna take my phone. I have a breathing app. Breathing is important. Like, your breathing is either you're a mouth breather or a nose breather. You're nose breathing, then you're telling your body that you can relax and yet you're fine and everything's good around you, and you can digest what's going on, and it's help you out with anxiety and stress. But if you are a mouth breather and breathing just chest breathing, and your chest comes up and down, then that's putting your body in stress. That's putting your body and telling your body that you're in fight mode, that something's not right. And so, like, what we need to know is like, there are all kinds of things that we could be putting into play every day that are simple, that will give us a big bang for their buck. And that's ultimately what I want. I want to perform the best I can with the limited amount of time and energy and money that's going to cost me, right? Like, drink a green shake every day. And I know that the benefits long-term is going to help my immunity. It's going to help me. So that's what I want to do for you, is I just want to lay out some things in a way that you can put these into play, but then have a scoring system that helps us see the progress and helps us move forward from there. We need to have lead indicators. And these lead indicators are simple things like, I'm going to get my steps in. I'm going to not eat after 8 o'clock. I'm going to put my phone away an hour before bed. And these are all things like sleep helps us with stress. So these are all little things that we can put into play that aren't so focused on the diet and all the things you can't have. But these are little things that we can put into play every single day. It won't matter if you do it every once in a while, but every single day you start putting these into play. And then what starts to happen is these are your lead indicators. And we're focused on just doing those every day. And now we're focused on those constantly. And next thing you know, in 30 days, we have our lag indicator. And our lag indicator is we're less stressed, we have more energy, we have more focus, we have more certainty, and we're able to shift and move a lot faster and get clarity on what it is we actually want and make progress in our life because we have our data that we're focused on instead of focused on the drama of how far we have to go. So I have a lot of things that I want to share with you over the next couple of episodes to be able to lay it out for you so you can put these into play immediately. Like put it into play and start getting results immediately. So, and a lot of that too is just like questioning the stuff that you're telling yourself. Like the stories that you're telling yourself that you're this or you're that or you didn't get this done. Like I said, data over drama. So the other thing is like having a little bit of delegation, like things that you can delegate off your plate that aren't your unique abilities, that someone else that's their unique abilities, and they would love to do it for you. And so like when you start looking at it, it's like what are things that are like I hate doing that might be a $10 job that I can have someone else do, that I can focus my time on doing things that I actually are going to bring me back more in return, and that I actually value and I like to do and I'm really, really good at, and it's something that I like to do. So like objections that you may be having right now is, Seth, I'm limited on time. I'll have you consider it's not a time management issue, it's an energy management issue. We get more energy and we start putting these things into play, then you're going to have more energy and you're going to go above and beyond, and you're going to have that more. You think about when you have the energy, you get things done. When we don't have the energy, that's when we push it off. That's when we don't go on date night. That's when we don't go out and play with the kids and do the things that need to be done. So it's not a time issue, it's an energy issue. I'm going to help you get more time by being able to feel better. When you feel better, it'll impact every area of your life. So that's what over the next little bit, that's what the next couple of episodes, I'm going to send another one out on Sunday, episode 2, and show you that it will work for you, because in this next episode I actually have a guy that I worked with who lost 140 pounds in under a year, and the way he was able to do that was to follow this simple system, and it was not all focused on weight loss, and it was not in nutrition, and it wasn't focused on his exercise program. It was focused on him taking care of these things today so that he could be clear and be focused on and be aligned with the decisions that he had. So he's making sure that he is making progress. And I'm going to share that with you and how we do that. I ask you to reply back with any questions that you may have. I would really appreciate that. That'll help me know that maybe it's something I'm missing out on. But these are going to be things that we can put into play on a daily basis to help us start to make those lead indicators turn into lag indicators and turn into results. I appreciate you hearing me ramble. I'm going to be back with episode 2, so be on the lookout for that. I'll send that through the email. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, please reply back, and I would love to answer any questions you have. Talk soon.